like it was Sitole made the foul actually. Made the initial foul anyway. South Africa would be so annoyed themselves. And they cheaply concede possession again. Sefelo Sitole just lose possession so cheaply. Eric Leary kickboxed him, pushing up from defensive midfield to win it brilliantly. Mexicans off their seats. Sports now played here. Mexico City, they lead South Africa by a goal still in the opening game of the tournament. Mexico on the left-hand side with Alvarado. Good tackle one there from Madiba. Free kick given away. It's just a slip down the ankle of Mbakazi. Just a reminder, now watch the game as well. Make sure you watch the game through your local broadcaster. Just over quarter now gone here. Mexico City South Africa by a goal to nil. Free kick for South Africa, left side centre back. Long from Mbakazi. Away from Vasquez, only as far as Foster. 30 yards to goal in the centre, gives it to Adams. It's a nice turn there. South African midfield from Sitole. Out now to move down, cuts it back. Here's Mokwena on the ball. Square for Sitole. Square to Mbakazi. Mbakazi tries to drive it low towards the box. It's been blocked. It's Madiba midway in the Mexico half on the left. Goes down the line here. Now to poor pass there from Mbakazi, pushed up for the centre back. Reyes in field. That's a snappy challenge there, and a late one on Eric Lira. And the referee shows a yellow card. Certainly a late challenge there. And Eric Lira looked to be Teboho Mokwena. It's indeed Mokwena. Came and just caught the Mexican midfielder late. Certainly it's the party there, the challenge Mokwena. Mexico good control so far. Just coming on to the 17th minute. Let's go now. Full touch there from the goal scorer Quinones. Mark Wilton from Vasquez. South Africa have it in the centre circle with Sabisi. Square to Mbakazi. Good pressure there on Madiba. Alvarado. Back to Mbakazi. Twisting and turning. Just plays it back to his goalkeeper, Roman Williams. South Africa have it here with Sabisi. Sabisi over halfway. And that's an attempted line breaking pass there. Way in the Mexico half from Mokwena. Certainly should be careful now on the yellow card. I showed him a moment ago. Let's go have it back here. Raul Rangel. Shown short for it is Lira. To Cesar Montes. Now, again with the goalkeeper Rangel. Vasquez. A few touches here. Just in front of the Mexico penalty area. Vasquez to Rangel. 18 minutes played so far in this tournament. Close Mexico lead Mexico City by goals to Jimenez. Flicks on that long ball. Now is Mudal for South Africa. Mudal back to Williams. Williams touches the ball. He's now looking to square it across the box here towards Mbakazi. Instead he goes long, right-footed. Foster beat in the air on Montes. Alvarado squares it on the stretches. Lira now lifted from the centre towards the right wing. Well controlled there. Roberto Alvarado plays it down that side for Gutierrez. Alvarado. Infield, Reyes wants it and receives it from Fidalgo. Reyes, 30 yards goal, plays it into attacking third. Nice first touch, a shot towards goal over the bar. With Julian Quinones looking for his second goal. And it was a nice pass towards him in the attacking third. And Julian Quinones got the first touch right. Leaned it back, took it on the laces, the right boot. 24-25 yards from the target. Hit the roof of a Roman Williams goal instead of the top corner which Quinones was intending for. South Africa just taking the goal kick short. Williams to the feet feet of Savisi. Savisi now looking towards Foster, just beyond the penalty area, just beyond the centre circle to say. There was a clip there on the ankle, Lyle Foster. Right, Cesar Montes, free kick for South Africa. header from Vasquez. Here's Gallardo. Square now for Lira. Lira from the centre, off to the right. Here's the fullback Reyes. Square Montes to Vasquez along the defensive line. Gallardo looks towards Jimenez. Flick from the air for Ocon, and cushion header for Mudal, just to roll it back to Williams. Half-hour played it, opening game of the tournament in Mexico City. Just a reminder, if you are watching the game, make sure you are watching it. You're a local broadcaster. South Africa now playing the way up the back really well. Let's get down the right side, but in the end, the centre back Mbakazi beaten to it by Alvarado, tracking back, doing really well there. The winger, Mexico have it with their goalkeeper Rangel. Pass it right to Montes. Montes goes direct in, bypassing Jimenez and playing to something back for South Africa to control with that BC in possession. Ocon, right foot pass goes just over halfway. McCarthy sends back to McDonald. Now Mokoena joins in. Pace and defence midfield. McCarthy again. It's a simple pass back. Sabisi to Williams. To McCarthy. Narrowly over halfway in his territory. South Africa just enjoying possession at the back. Roman Williams. Now it's Ocon. And McCarthy drills it. Left footed, looking over the top. And then McCarthy pick up Madiba. Madiba controls edge of the box. Madiba goes across, it's blocked. And it'll be a corner kick. Madiba, team bit of handball now, actually just put the thumbs up to his teammate. It's a good idea. And McCarthy, again, that's the usefulness of having three centre backs in possession. And again, McCarthy just moved up a bit, put the direct ball over the top on left, and Madiba's cross. Well blocked from Israel Reyes. The problem is actually the flag went up against South Africa. So it's a free kick for the Mexicans to take. And Raul Rangel will drill it forwards, and the Mexican wave trying to form in the stadium. Rangel's free kick, controlled here from Quinones, and moves back in his own half. Quinones, Gallardo. Now Vasquez. Montes asking for it. Vasquez just playing with the South African on a bit here, just keeping on the ball now. Vasquez again sees it from Gallardo, his left side defensive partner. So it's a drill from Rangel. It's a poor pass there from Rangel, too much on it. Gallardo good control now. They just invite a bit of pressure on South Africa. South Africa have a throw. Mudal takes them up, went in line with the centre circle, rolls the ball through it. It is Mbakazi. And now Ocon. Mokoena to third time I've said that in the 33.5 minutes that have been played in. Again, he's got really good physical attributes, Lyle Foster, but the passes let him down when South Africa get themselves into that final third. Just completely overhit that pass to his right, where Liso Mudal was pushed up from his wing back position. So Gallardo stroke, chested down for Jimenez. Now time and space here for Roberto Alvarado to bring it over halfway. Now he exits the centre circle and moves on the inside right. Alvarado plays in front into Reyes. Good challenge there. And it was Mbakazi to get across, and he won that really well there. Did Bekezeli Mbakazi. So certainly a rapid rise in this South African setup. So it's a throw taken short. Reyes, now it's a turn here. Alvarado, Gutierrez. Now a spin there from Fidalgo. Quinones sets it up now, and Mexico put a cross in, but well grabbed there from Roman Williams. Mexico were left side of the penalty area. It was patiently worked, and Quinones threaded the pass into the feet of Jesus Gallardo, but Gallardo couldn't pick out Jimenez or Alvarado. South Africa tried to attack down the right hand side, but in the end it breaks down, and it will be a Mexico throw. So deep inside the half for Gallardo to take. Gallardo's throw. It's Hidalgo. Gallardo again. Nice pass, and Gallardo sprayed slightly backwards to his fellow fullback in the team, Israel Reyes. Just under 10 minutes left. The first half of the opening 45 in this tournament. Mexico 1, South Africa 0 here in Mexico City. Mexico on the halfway line with Gallardo against South Africa, yet to register single attempt on goal so far. Mexico have 6 to their name, 2 of them being on target, 1 of them going into the back of the net in the early stages of this half for Julian Quinones. It is Gallardo, a couple yards shy of halfway. Square on the halfway line to Lira. Eric Lira in defensive midfield. Number 6 controls it and plays it back now to Vasquez. Vasquez walks into the centre circle, just drawing the South African forward line in. Now Cesar Montes against South Africa pushing up here. Adams joining in with Reyners and Foster in that forward line. It's long for Raul Rangel. Jimenez beating the air by Ocon. Tying the ball now left back for Gallardo, coming up to the halfway line. Gallardo sweeps to left foot, the heavy touch though in the middle there by Alvarado. Now South Africa inside left, just the Metcalf, play it backwards now from Adebo. Left wing back now, it's Sabisi. His pass goes over halfway to Mudal's midway in the Mexico half. Mokoena scoops it towards the left side of the fence where Mbakazi is actually midway in the Mexico half. Clips it towards Foster in the box. Foster wins a header, but off target. But it's at least the first attempt for South Africa. Again, certainly Mbakazi has that license from Hugo Brewster. He can bring the ball forwards. As I mentioned, he was midway in the Mexico half. Just lifted it in towards head of Foster, but Foster couldn't get the contact he wanted. Tell you what though, just stop a minute ago, Roman Williams did well to get down to Gallardo's cross. Alvarado and Jimenez just waiting to tap it in. So South Africa on the ball there. Mokoena. Now squares to Mbakazi. Mbakazi over halfway. Adams. For Bafana. Half turn there from Sitole. Now it's a direct ball from Sabisi down the right hand side to flick backwards on Gallardo. That just rolls into the feet of Raul Rangel. Mexican number 1 picks it up and rolls it to Reyes. That's a lovely pass there. Very clear now over halfway to Alvarado. Holds it up about 7 yards in the Bafana half now. Goes backwards to his right side opponent. Reyes drills it towards the opposite fullback. Gallardo's in line with him. Mexico just on the midway inside their half, but plenty of time on the ball for Johan Vasquez. Just over 38 minutes played it. The opening game of the tournament. Mexico 1, South Africa 0. There's Julian Quinones. The early goal in this contest. Mexico just enjoying the ball here. Nice relaxed now. 1 goal lead. Vasquez now picks up Lira. He's been pressed, but Lira turns, drills it forwards, but couldn't find any of his forward teammates. But certainly was a painful one actually for Eric Lira to take when he turned and made the pass. Late challenge came in on him. Just down holding his ankle here, Eric Lira. Hopefully he will be fine. Certainly South Africa put a few aggressive challenges. Again, they want to try and make the mark, and it was Sevifello Sitole just caught back of Lira's ankle. Lira now back on his feet, moving not too badly. So Mexico plays a short free kick. Vasquez to Gallardo. Back here with Johan Vasquez. Cesar Montes. Montes now into his right to Reyes, who just inverts it. Montes first time. Touch back from Alvarado to Montes, looks towards the centre circle, pressing on Mokoena intercepts, now plays it to his left hand side, but Mexico in possession again, and Lira over halfway. And it's played from Gutierrez towards the right hand side. Good tackle there by Mbakazi, probably in the star man for South Africa so far. Mbakazi definitely won the ball against Alvarado. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Reyes throws it back. 5 minutes left of the first half here. Mexico Just again enjoying some possession. South Africa pushing up now. Vasquez goes back to Rangel. Quite a heavy pass from Rangel. Manages to slice it away. South Africa looking to bring out the centre circle now. Mbakazi tackles, but South Africa still on the good defensive line. Mexico now slow in possession in the centre circle in their midfield. It's Fidalgo. Now Gallardo, Fidalgo into Lira. Nice turn and pass there. Quickly from Quinones on halfway. Now Alvarado looks to set through. Jimenez well read there from Ocon. Ocon's pass to Evie. Mokoena got turned onto it but couldn't find a teammate. It's Mexico inside left for Gallardo. Nice hold up play from Quinones. 35 yards and goal. And now maybe a chance for Alvarado to let fly. Instead plays it short to Reyes. It's Alvarado again. No forward man on, so it goes back to Reyes. Now Lira lifts it towards left side of the box, head away from Mudal. Now maybe a chance here for Fidalgo's put a cross in. Jimenez can't get tucked onto it, but Williams scrambles to his left hand side, gets a hand onto it, and then has time to pick up inside his box. I think Williams furious with his back line. I'll tell you what, I think Jimenez was offside anyway. Don't think he got any contact, Jimenez. Or I'll tell you what, may have gone, but it didn't matter anyway. He would have been off, and Williams got a strong left hand to it to keep it out. Again, South Africa clear from the back, cleared away though from Mexico. Now it's a midfielder Lira. It's back to Vasquez, nice light touch forwards. Now Fidalgo leaves it for Quinones. Quinones, 30 yards and goal. Quinones now through the middle. Quinones looking to get second of the match, shot blocked. Now cut back from Alvarado. Flew towards Quinones, and he passed it off the post. Almost got his, and Mexico's second of the match and the tournament. And now Mexico looking to win it back high. It's a challenge on South Africa's left-hand side on Mbakazi. It was a really nice cut back in the box from Alvarado. And a little flip from Gutierrez. A pass finish in the middle of the box from Julian Quinones. Came off the post. Couldn't have done any more there, Quinones. 2.5 minutes of this half left. Just a reminder, y'all watch this match as well. Make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. It is South Africa in possession, in defence. Ocon. Now Sabisi a bit uncomfortable on the ball, but gets his pass to Mudal. Mudal halfway. Hold up play here from Reyes, hits outside of the right boot, but intercepted in the end from Alvarado. Now here is Gutierrez. Just gone halfway, nice turn there from Gutierrez against Sitole. Now it's a crossfield ball from Alvarado towards Jimenez, who's inside right but headed down from Madibo. Now South Africa have it in centre midfield. Mokoena to Adams. Adams half turn. Adams out. Rolls it to Raiders. South Africa in the attacking third. Mudal puts the cross in. It's a block. Was it handball against Gallardo? But it rolls out anyway for a corner kick for South Africa. A minute and a half remaining of this opening 45 of the tournament. So it's a corner on the right hand side for South Africa, and they draw level just before the break. And we'll certainly be looking at the likes of Mbakazi and Lyle Foster in this corner kick. Corner kick goes short to Mokoena. Mokoena now rolls it back to his teammate. Cross comes in, headed away by Mexico's good header from Cesar Montes. Shot from distance, was on target, went straight at Raul Rangel. And it was Mbakazi, that's that technical ability, who let fly, wrapped his left boot around the ball. It was a pretty simple save for Rangel, but considering he was 35 yards out, it was a really good attempt, I must say, by Bekazeli Mbakazi. So it is Mexico on the ball just in front of the box. It is Vasquez to Montes. Rangel taps it out to Lira. Square to Johan Vasquez. Now Mexico move themselves up the pitch yet. Mexico on the ball with Lira. Now Gallardo. Quinones making a run and behind. Now it's a lovely ball over top towards Quinones. Can he get it for the goalkeeper? No. Robin Williams has the pace to get to it. Slams it forwards. It's a flip back for Gallardo. Really nice little flip there for Gallardo to Montes. And squared to Gallardo.
and just wait for see how much stoppage time we'll have of the opening 45 of the tournament. Lira turns in the defense midfield. Lira now squares it to Reyes. Israel Reyes. Mexico nice and comfortable. There'll be 4 minutes of added on time here in Mexico City. And Gallardo just strokes it backwards to Johan Vasquez. Now is Raul Rangel. Then Mexico just slowing things down. Nice and comfortable on the ball. Rangel goes for the direct route. Look at Jimenez. Jimenez now lets the ball bounce. Jimenez, edge of the box, flicks it with his head towards the right hand side. Then Mbakazi, slightly off balance, manages to get a powerful clearance out for a throw, which Alvarado would take, level with the penalty. In fact, actually thought it was going to take Willie Alvarado, but to be honest, it wouldn't make any sense for the forward throw. Reyes takes instead. It's a turn now, edge of the box to Jimenez. Mexico, 25 yards to goal inside left. A shot deflects and Gallardo, and Williams manages to prevent it and go for a corner kick. Just grabbed it at the vital moment. It's going to bounce out for a corner. Roman Williams, the South African goalkeeper, rolls it to Emil Con. Now here's fellow Sitole. No doubt just walks the ball over halfway. Strokes it back to Jane Adams. Adams down the halfway line. Adams for the diagonal. Looking for Madiba. Nice touch there from Madiba, left-footed. Madiba now. That's a good tackle there for Alvarado. Madiba gets back on his feet. He's going to take on Roberto Alvarado again. Madiba onto his left foot. Alvarado trying to make another lunge and challenge. And Madiba furious. He's gone out of play. He feels it should be a corner kick to Bafana. But there was a good challenge there from Alvarado. Madiba desperately trying to get to his feet. I tell you what, it did take a touch last off of Alvarado. That should be a corner kick to South Africa. Certainly Hugo Bruce absolutely furious there. The goal kick from Mexico taken from Rangel. Flicked off and Jimenez just goes back after Roman Williams over on throat from Williams. So Mudal. That's the feet of Reynolds. And now Mexico win it back on halfway. Gutierrez, Jimenez, square to Quinones. As Fidalgo's that supporter on the Mexican on break now. Quinones rolls it forward. A chance in Mexico. It's a scuffed hope on and rolls wide the target. Brian Gutierrez, great position to take on a good shot. Played through to Quinones. He's been the star Mexican man in this first half, but Gutierrez just a toe poke in the end, which rolls well wide. It was just a central area in that penalty box. Got it all wrong to finish. There, Brian Gutierrez. What a chance for Mexico to double their advantage just before the break. We have 20 seconds of stoppage time left. Williams passed out from the back now. Mbakazi, long ball, down left channel. Can Reyners get onto it? Reyners, well, he got a touch, but it went straight out of play. And that should be that. For the first half in Mexico City. 3 seconds to go. And the full half-time whistle should blow it. Mexico goal in front. So there goes the half-time whistle in Mexico City. And so far, so good for the co-host. 9 minutes in, the opening goal of the tournament was scored. And Eric Lira pressing high from midfield, caught out for fellow Sitole. Then pickpocketed the South African midfielder. And it was Lira who gave it to Julian Quinones, who just blasted it with his right boot through the legs of Roman Williams into the back of net. Really, Raul Rangel, the Mexican goalkeeper, has been a spectator thus far. So South Africa are going to have to up their attacking game. But again, Mexico look comfortable so far. Intriguing to see what the second half will bring. Half-time here in Mexico City. It is Mexico 1, South Africa 0. a warm welcome back to Mexico City, where Mexico leads South Africa by a goal to nil in the opening game of the tournament. It took 9 minutes for Julian Quinones to get that opening goal, drilling it through the legs of Roman Williams after Eric Leary did the hard work dispossessing fellow Sithole. And South Africa didn't have a shot on target in that first half of note. So ready to get back in the way. Can South Africa offer a bit more in the second half? They kick us off it. It's Mokoena now midfield. It is Muda. Muda back to the feet of Sibisi. Now Williams. Williams pulled off a good stop from Raul Jimenez in the early stages of the first half. So Robin Williams, right footed across his box here. Mbakazi. Williams again. Williams being pressed up. Past it though straight into the feet of Fidalgo. Fidalgo right side of the box. Tries to get across. It's been blocked though. And cleared away from Mbakazi. And his falls Gutierrez takes a shot on the bounce. Dips over the bar once again. South Africa so poor playing out the back. Williams has not been good with his feet, I have to say, in this opening game of the tournament. It was a brilliant block, actually. It was a brilliant block of Imo Ocon, actually. I said Mbakazi. It was Imo Ocon who cut out the cross for Fidalgo. And it then fell to Gutierrez, edge the area to let fly. The Scootloose and Ocon couldn't keep it down though. South Africa's goal kick headed away from Montes, picked up in the air from Mexico in the centre circle. Now header one for Sibisi. Reyners squared it to Muda. Now heavy touch there from Reyners, and stepping in is Quinones to win it back for Mexico. And now Lira finds Fidalgo. Fidalgo over halfway, too much on it though. Where Julian Quinones is now back with Roman Williams, who's one very relieved man. And Mexico couldn't make more of the gift that he gave to Fidalgo. South Africa on the ball at the back. Mexico, to be honest, could be out of sight in this opening game. It's just a long ball from Williams towards left-hand side. It was Reyners on the chase, but nowhere near getting onto it. And it will be a throw for Mexico, level with their own penalty area. Taking it from Gallardo. So Gallardo now just surveying his options. Now leads to the throw. Take on the chest of Jimenez. Now scooped into the feet here of Quinones. Quinones being pulled back, stays on his feet. Now Jimenez. Quinones again on halfway. Quinones lobby. Skill though to get away from Sithole. Quinones goes to the spectacular. Can't quite catch out Williams. Which is a couple of yards in front of halfway, Quinones. He went for it, saw Williams slightly off his line, tried to clip it over him, but Williams scuppered back and actually caught it pretty comfortably in the end. And there's a blue kit. There's Williams on the ball. Now Ocon, Imo Ocon, towards the halfway line. Laid back to Ocon for Reyners. Now Ocon on the back heel, intercepted though from Alvarado. Here's Roberto Alvarado, just slowed himself down. Alvarado, 35 yards and goal. So closer to Israel Reyes. Down the right from Alvarado, from Reyes to Alvarado. Too much on the pass though. So Madiba to Williams. Williams plays it through the 6-yard box. It is Sibisi. Sibisi finds Mudal. Now Mudal looks towards Foster, drop deep. Foster's pass blocked. And now South Africa have it back here. It's prodded into the feet of Adams by Mokoena. Adams now looking to set away Reyners, but it's a vital cut out there from Jesus Gallardo. Gutierrez. And now Lira to Fidalgo. Mexican number 8 on the ball in his half. Fidalgo just goes to the backwards pass here to Johan Vasquez. Now Cesar Montes to Israel Reyes. It's halfway, laid off from Jimenez. Now it's over halfway now, and here comes Mexico. There's a thing ball forwards, and there's a foul in the box. Now was it last man? The referee reaches for his pocket, and it will be a red card. It goes from bad to worse here for South Africa in Mexico City. It was Gutierrez who was set up from Alvarado, and the red card is given to the fellow Sithole. Heartbreaking moment Busatole had to make that challenge. Otherwise, Mexico will through on goal with Gutierrez to double the advantage. And there was just a little clip of the ankle. I think Sotole was avoiding to try and make contact, but there was a trip up. Sotole on Gutierrez. He was the last man. To me, actually, the red card's been given, but did the contact start outside the box? That's the question. And it did, so no penalty for Mexico. But a red card to Félix Sotole. So Mexico have a free kick in the D. Sotole made the foul on Gutierrez. So Raul Jimenez will put the ball down in the D now. So a tough task. Just got way more tougher for Bafana. That red card for Sotole. I wonder if Hugo Bruce will respond with a substitution to short that midfield, but I'm not sure actually. He might just leave it as Jade Adams and to Bo Mokoena. Bo Mokoena has a yellow card himself in midfield. So Jimenez now ready to take the free kick. Mexico, can they double their advantage? And this place will lift off. If Jimenez can find the back of the net to put Mexico 2 in front. Jimenez now ready to take the free kick from the D. Jimenez straight to the wall in the end, falls to Gutierrez, squares it, and Gallardo gets his shot all wrong, slices it into the Mexico fans. And well out of bounds in the end, and South Africa survived that. And it was a free kick in there straight to the wall, set up to Gallardo, and miles wide. Yeah, just a reminder, by the way, if you are watching the game as well as listening, make sure you are watching the game through your local broadcaster. So a goal kick for Roman Williams to take. For South Africa, approaching the 52nd minute. Williams towards Foster, headed away from Vasquez. And now on the ball is Fidalgo. Fidalgo's pass over halfway to Gutierrez. Lovely ball, the outside the right boot of Quinones. Now it's a shot to Gutierrez, get across him. That's a great challenge there for Mudal. That will do though. Well, Mexico get themselves a corner kick. It's a real inviting ball outside the right boot for Quinones. Gutierrez to step onto, but very good challenge there on by Mudal. So Mexico now goal advantage, man advantage. Really is no excuses for the co-host to not come away with an opening 3 points. So the corner comes in, Alvarado headed away. Now it's Reyes on the chase, but Lira just has to clear it away. 4 yards in front of the halfway line. It'll be a South Africa throw on their right. So it's now going back from Adams. Sabisi to Mokoena. Now South Africa slow building. Mbakazi to Mokoena in the centre circle. 53 minutes gone here. Mexico 1, 10-man South Africa. There was a flick forwards there towards left wing, but a bit too far. Ahead of the surge run of Mbakazi in the end. It's a throw taken here by the Mexicans, firmly in command of this open contest of the tournament. Vasquez brings out from the back. This to Montes. Montes now looks at midfield. He picks out Gutierrez, back to Montes, and sends circle to Fidalgo. Mexico with Johan Vasquez. Vasquez is over halfway. Vasquez onto his right foot. Taps it square to Gallardo. Back in the Mexico after Lira. Lira now spreads the play towards the far side. Alvarado desperately trying to get onto it. Just beaten to it. That wicked pace the ball in the end, but I'll tell you what, not a bad attempt of a crossfield ball at all. Throw for Borja Madiba to take deep in his half. Mokoena asking for it. Madiba's throw. Click on one. Now Mexico clear it away. Mexico. And the attack with Alvarado, dispossessed. And Mocahuena bursting forwards midfield there. Here is Tabo Mocahuena. Rolls it down the right flank for Ikram Reyners. In South Africa, it's going to be a very tough task, but they are still in this game. So, without the Mexican half now, picks out Adams. It is Mocahuena on the ball. Now it's South Africa left wing back with Madiba. Audrey Madiba picks out Mocahuena. Mocahuena turns, rolls it towards the right hand side. Without back to Mocahuena, so South Africa just enjoying some possession in the centre circle. Mocahuena now, and South Africa go for a long range shot on target, but Rangel takes care of it. It was pinged from the left wing back from 30 yards out. Audrey Madiba, plenty of power on that one. But Rangel did handle it. 10 minutes into the second half in Mexico City. Quinones' 9th minute finish has Mexico in front, and Fefelo Sithole shown a red card for bringing down Gutierrez a one-on-one situation. So South Africa in a precarious position. It's a Reyes pass looking towards halfway, takes deflection out play. Off of the left wing back for South. Audrey Madiba, looks like Lyle Foster is coming off it. All South Africa have to say he's not in a great game. And Valente and Bata will be called on. So there's first sub used for South Africa. And Bata just to shore things up in the midfield for South Africa after that red card for Sithole. It's Mexico. Left back here, Gallardo just converted to Montes, now Reyes, and Reyes with a diagonal in front. Quinones headed away there in the end by Adams, and now we're down on the ball. Mocahuena goes back to Sabisi. Sabisi now looks across the left side of the back line. Now Mexico pitch it back. Jimenez takes heavy touch, but does hold up Embakazi. Embakazi then makes the challenge, but pokes forwards from Gutierrez towards Jimenez. The tackle comes in from Ocon. Ime Ocon now gives away Mexico on the edge of the box, but challenge won there. Well, actually, I thought the challenge was won against Lira, but Lira was caught. So it will be a Mexico free kick. And Lira just caught late by Madiba. So free kick for Mexico. Edge of the box, inside right. Mexico goal in front. Man advantage. They extend goal advantage to 2. Take a massive step to getting 3 points in the opening game of this tournament. Mexico now preparing the free kick. Edgebox, Gutierrez and Alvarado, the usual suspects, standing behind. A bit of push and shoving going on the box involving Vasquez and Embakazi. So Mexico now edge the area inside right, already take the free kick. For Gutierrez to clip in, flick to Vasquez now. South Africa managed to head it away from the box. It was Ocon who got his head to it, then Embakazi clears it down the right-hand side. Reyners on the chase, but just lose out in the end, and it will be a throw for Mexico to take. Midway inside the half. Thrown back from Gallardo to Lira. Just over 58 minutes played here in Mexico City. Mexico 1, South Africa 0. It is Reyes, brings up halfway. Reyes just about gets away from the stretching Madiba. Alvarado makes the pass backwards. And is Cesar Montes to Raul Rangel. Now Vasquez again. Vasquez just beyond the halfway line, square to Jesus Gallardo. Now Lira again picking up. Who's that deepest midfielder to help connect the dots. Defensive midfield, Lira again. There's a square to Vasquez. Vasquez. Gets over halfway. Vasquez now. Square to Fidalgo. Fidalgo. Nice left foot. Quinones towards the back post. Just a little bit too far. Ahead of that back stick run from Alvarado. Good idea there for Quinones. Wrapped his right foot around the ball. Alvarado running behind. Just couldn't quite get onto it. So South Africa goal kick. Robin Williams isn't going to take it. Will be Sibisi instead. Or Bafana Sibisi. Cross it to Ime Ocon. Ocon has it again. Drill to Adams. It's build-up player for South Africa. That's a ball looking towards Reyners, headed away though. And will be a throw for South Africa to take through Sibisi. It's Mokoena now to the Mbakazi. Ocon. Square to Sibisi. Sibisi again. A few touches on the ball. There's Ime Ocon. Ron Williams just in front of his area, so just over an hour gone here in Mexico City. Co-host leading by goals nil. Early goal from Quinones. Batter looks forwards and it's a foul there on the left wing back Modiba. Just caught from behind from Israel Reyes, so another substitution for South Africa. There's Ember Zwane to come on. And coming off is Jane Adams. Adams actually had a bright start to the game, but has grown out a bit. So let's see if Zwane can make a difference. We'll wait to see South Africa still in this one though. And the free kick from South Africa too high though towards the right hand side. For without even comprehend, trying to control it. So throw from Gallardo. Back into the feet of Vasquez. Now Vasquez wants it back from Montes. Hidalgo asking for it. It is Mexico on the ball at the back with Montes again. Tap to Vasquez. Gutierrez just plays it back. Brian Gutierrez to Jan Vasquez. Vasquez moves it along to Lira. Mexico still in their half. Montes. Gutierrez in the centre circle. Knocks it back first time to Montes. So here is Mexico with Lira. Then South Africa trying to push up. Then Montes now breaks the African line. Now Mexico go backwards through Fidalgo. And it is Mexico with Rangel. Vasquez has the ball stopped. Back to Vasquez from Rangel. Again, looks over halfway. On the chest of Raul Jimenez. Squares it, takes deflection from Mudal, and Mudal caught late there from Quinones, and Mudal down and pain it, holding the top of his head. Didn't look a high foot to me though. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, I was completely wrong there. That definitely was a high foot on Mudal. The naked eye couldn't quite spot that, but looking back at it, yeah, definitely was a high foot from Quinones, and he could just get away with that though. Mexico goal scorer, first up in Mexico. Coming up now, looks to Luis Chavez. So come on. So South Africa take the short free kick. Ocon now back to Williams in the D. Williams, direct ball. Can you find Reyners? Well controlled there for Gallardo. Ball is Gilstone dead in now. Played out the fence of Vasquez, intercepted from Mokoena. And now South Africa inside left. Comes in towards the back post, too heavy though. And it was attempted wing back to wing back link up. Modiba looking for Mudal at the back post, but just couldn't quite find the right wing back. I'll tell you what, wasn't bad cross at all. And certainly good whip on it there from Modiba, looking for Mudal. So goal kick started off on Vasquez. Raul Rangel. A few touches with it on his right boot. Now plays Plays it short to Lira in the D, and South Africa trying to press it. Now Vasquez whips it too high though on the left-hand side. Don't think it's a deflection, so it will be a throw for South Africa to take through Mudau. Mudau throws back to Sibisi. It is Ocon. Williams, yards outside his box, goes direct. Time for Montez to control on his chest. Montez clips it over halfway down the right side. Jimenez climbs for it, comes off his back. There's plenty of time for South Africa to control the ball in defence. It's Ocon receives it from Mbokazi. Now Sibisi moved down under real pressure. Gutierrez and Mudau, and Sibisi just gets his feet completely mixed up. Quinones out to Gutierrez, 30 yards to go. Gutierrez trying to slide through, but Mudau makes up for his mistake to intercept. There's South Africa on the ball with the goalkeeper Williams. Williams out, looks long, just bounces away from Reyners in the end. Just an awkward one. Ikram Reyners to try and control. Just bounced away from him, so Mexico make it a double substitution. Luis Chavez, and also coming on is the youngest player of the tournament. So Gutierrez making way. Gutierrez and Fidalgo making way. Chavez more on, so Gilberto Mora, 17 years old. What an occasion. This is for him on the big stage. Mexico now. He's back on the way. Rangel clipped out towards the right side. Look down for Mora. And Mexico move it up halfway. There's a dummy there from Chavez. And Sibisi gets onto it. And Batter trying to go by Mokwena, gets sliding. Interception there from Mora. Now Jimenez bouncing pass back to Reyes. Now Montez to Vasquez. Mexico was going to use that spare man. Calls for the red card for Sitole. The ball just stopped here at the feet of Lira. Now Mexico, Jimenez on the stretch, takes a heavy touch. Jimenez combines it. Quinones is Alvarado, right wing. Now steps inside, puts the cross, and Jimenez heads down! And Mexico lead by 2 goals to 0. A special moment for Raul Jimenez on the global stage in his home nation. Lovely ball from Alvarado towards the back post. Jimenez peeled off the back of his man and headed down beyond the reach of Ronwen Williams. And Mexico lead by 2 goals to 0 there. And a big step to getting a win in the opening game of the tournament. Great play from the middle for Mexico. Jimenez and Quinones combining. And Alvarado edge of the box, stepped in field onto his left foot. Jimenez just running behind of the South African right side of defence. And just a simple job, Jimenez. Back post in the 6-yard box, headed down past Ronwen Williams. And Mexico have firm control there. And again, a moment the Mexico fans will never forget. Seeing their glorious number 9 head them 2-0 in front. The opening game of the tournament. Now we'll be having a drinks break here in South Africa. The red card has just made it so hard for them, and certainly going to be extremely hard to see a way back in it for South Africa. But I have to say, Aguirre, the greatest Mexican manager in history, has returned to the national team for a 3rd stint. He's had a long career in Europe, and I think he's restored that competitiveness. You know, had a rough period, the Mexicans, and the question coming into this tournament was whether, you know, that will be enough to elevate the squad. You know, that's lacked elite talent, but certainly the talent is Raul Jimenez, and He's never been able to reach this competition in peak form. He's 35, he's had a good club season, and this is his final chance on this stage. And again, the way the Mexico attack, coming into this tournament, it was resting, felt entirely on the shoulders. But he's been helped out though. I have to say, there was a brilliant cross there from Alvarado. Quinones getting that open goal of this year's competition for Mexicans, and again Jimenez adding that second goal. But South Africa, see, they can shut again. They've got that resilience, they've got that spirit to try and get through it, but it's going to be so tough. 2-0 down here in Mexico City, down to 10 men, ready to get back underway. So it's going to be a long 20 minutes for South Africa, that's for sure. So just wait now for the referee to close this. Look, Ikram Reyners will kick us back off it in Mexico City. So Reyners now gives it to Bata. Mokoena back for Sibisi. Is Williams. Williams now drills it over halfway. It's a header one there from Vasquez. Mexico chase on left hand side now. Clearance. There's a block there, count from Chavez head. Sibisi's clearance and kind of the back of Chavez head, but definitely will be a South African throw for Kusanati Sibisi to take. So Sibisi's throw, looking towards halfway. Header one from Gallardo. Here comes for Bata. Diving header into the feet of Gilberto Mora. 19-year-old goes down. Well, he will get thrown, that's it. Tackle was a clean one from Bata. Gallardo throws it back now into the feet of Vasquez. Vasquez taking a few touches of the ball with his left foot. Strokes it square. Mexico with Gallardo. Back goes Chavez to Vasquez. On the ball here is Montes now. Israel Reyes, line breaking pass. And now Mexico getting behind the South African midfield. Quinones from the centre circle. And it's Jimenez, heels out wide on left. Now Jimenez in the box. The flag is up though against Mexico. Some really nice build-up play, but Jimenez heeled out to the left-hand side a little bit too quickly there. I'll tell you what, was only half a yard off Jimenez, if even that. Extremely tight decision, but it was, as I said, a real tight one. Hard to call the naked eye. That one they've given offside, so free kick for South Africa. Sibisi towards the centre circle, flick on for Reyners, but controlled there from Reyes. Mexico with Mora. Tidy feet tackled though from Mokoena and Bata. He's dispossessing Chavez. Bata trying to win it back. The flicks off Mora. And now it's rolled through to Jimenez. And what's Jimenez barged into? But the referee waves it away. He waves it away. And certainly a painful one for Jimenez to take. It was a roll through pass from Alvarado. And was it fouls? Was it just a strong defending? I think Sibisi, I'll tell you what, she's a strong defending there from Kusanati. Sibisi just getting his body across Jimenez. Didn't it? Certainly feel a bit of pain, Jimenez, but there's no way he can give a penalty for that. Overarm throw from Roman Williams. 73 minutes on the clock in Mexico City in the open match of the tournament. 2-0 to Mexico. So ball from Reyes towards the centre. Quinones now again constantly getting behind South African. Sibisi has a strong challenge there. Quinones, one with real anger. It's a yellow card shown to Sibisi. I'll tell you what, with Sithole already sent off, again I do wonder if Sibisi might be substituted or just take that chance again. It was a raised arm for Sibisi on Quinones. Again you have Teboho Mokoena and now Kusanati. Sibisi on yellow cards, players on the field for South Africa. So Quinones back on his feet, moving a bit gingerly though. He's certainly feeling the pain. He's back on his feet now. Mexico on the ball here with Montes. There's a cross the face of Vasquez, just front halfway. Chavez. Now Chavez forwards on the left. Lifted from Gallardo back to Chavez. Chavez now pass back into his half. Vasquez is on the ball. Chavez asking for it. Receives it. Couple of yards gone halfway. Tap left footed. Quinones back to of Vasquez. Mexico nice and comfortable on the ball, 2-0 in front with that man advantage. Well, can I ask anything more? Mexico in the opening game of the tournament. Move now wide left to Gallardo from Chavez. For Chavez, 35 yards and goals. Inside left channel at the moment, Chavez. Out wide to Quinones. Quinones combines with Mora. Chavez again. Now Quinones, 30 yards and goal on that inside. They played it through the referee's legs. Quinones, nice dummy from the ref out. Jimenez back to Quinones. He's tackled. Mexico is still trying to keep hold of the ball, but South Africa get it back. Now not going to lose it. Strong challenge comes on Chavez, but the ball was won from Mbata. And now desperately trying to get forwards in South Africa. They've got themselves a free kick actually. It was a foul on Madiba. And a bit of respite for South Africa trying to get the ball forwards. They're making a couple of substitutions here. South Africa, Oswin, Apolis, and also coming as evidence, Makopa. So Edson Alvarez coming on for Mexico as well. That'll be the first substitution made. Standing ovation for Eric Lira, won the ball back on the edge of the box. The Mexico opening goal. Jimenez also coming off. Adored by the Mexican supporters. So it's Edson Alvarez and Armando Gonzalez, other player coming on for Mexico. Jimenez took the header really well. Lovely cross. Alvarado towards the back post. So coming on now, so it's Madiba and Reyners off for Bafana. Mentioned Oswin Apolis and evidence Makopa coming on. Who knows if South Africa can pull one back? Stranger things happen, but it's a serious uphill task that Hugo Bruce's side. So the double substitutions now made. Back playing again now. So goalkeeper for South Africa, Ronwen Williams. Williams long ball. That's too high in the end. Looking forwards towards Apolis. It was easy just to Rangel just to watch it. Come back to him. Rangel rolls it. Is Montes, Cesar Montes now. Flips it along the back to Vasquez. Now Alvarez, his first touch and it's coming on. Vasquez. Alvarez once again on the half turn. He uses his goalkeeper. 77 minutes on the clock. Mexico 2. 10-man South Africa 0. Opening game of the tournament in Group A. Mexico City. Our moment then to be co-host. Third tournament. They have been host, first time as co-host. Mexico just so at ease with the ball back now. Coming out with it with Vasquez, square to Chavez. Now Israel Reyes. 2 yards going halfway. It's on the halfway line here. Turn from Alvarado, Roberto Alvarado. And backwards here to Montes. Now over halfway to Gilberto Mora. Mora being followed by Mbata. Square to the feet of Gallardo. Gallardo is past the flex off of Galante and Mbata. And Mbata's saying it took the deflection off the Mexican fullback, but has been given in the favour of the co-host. So Quinones is making way in for Mexico. Alexis Vega on. Quinones, a moment he'll never forget. And the opening goal of the tournament, 9 minutes in, the earliest goal in a tournament since 2006. Rotating from Mexico now, switch of play by Mora towards left-hand side. Now, little forward, Chavez takes with his midriff on the right-hand side. Chavez towards the byline. Chavez, it's a tame cross, easily cleared by Sibisi. Now as a polish for South Africa. Mokoena again, he has Madiba Madiba wanting it, but instead Mokoena turns and goes backwards. Mokoena saying he was fouled, and it will be a free kick in South Africa's favour. Mora did make a challenge. Mora furious with the referee. And it was Mora. I'll tell you what, really, I suppose Mora slightly had his arm locked, but it wasn't overly much in that. So now Mexico pressing out from the short South Africa free kick, goes back to Williams, flips it towards the centre circle. So flick on one from Bafana, but in the end, that's good defender for Vasquez, gets across and gives it to Gallardo. Flick on one there by Mokopa. Seeing it is Mokopa and Mokopa, Zwane up front here for Bafana. Mexico come up to the 80th minute on the ball. It's whip forwards from Alvarado, header from Mbate. Now South Africa hold it up with Apollos. Now Zwane, edge of the box. Now Madiba trying to get a ball in. Now Apollos, edge of the box here. He let it strike off. Apollos defended strike, and Brass low down from Rangel. It was Osman Apollos, edge of the box, let fly, laces the right boot. Claimed well from Raul Rangel. Just a reminder, you are watching the game as well as listening. Make sure you are watching it. You're not a local broadcaster. Just 10 minutes left here. Opening game of the tournament in Mexico City. Mexico leading South Africa by 2-0. And the goal scorers off the pitch now. Shakes of William Quinones and Raul Jimenez. So again, South Africa, they got the 1-1 draw when South Africa were hosting 2010 when these two met the opening game of that tournament. That one was much more tight defender, one apiece. This one, Mexico clearly the better team, even when it was a 11v11. And full control of this one, Mexico, dream position to be in the opening match. And again, the rain coming down, not too heavy, but again there's been some light rain as this opening match gone. The referee actually has been called across to the monitor about something. Let's have a look what you have a look at here, because I'm not entirely sure. It's a possible red card he's looking at. So seemed to be there was just a grab on the back of Roberto Alvarado's head, trying to see actually sort of, it seems to be a whack, the left hand on the back of Alvarado. Said so. The referee Wilton Sampaio still looking at the monitor. Sampaio, to me, it did seem actually a whack on the right side of the face of Alvarado. They're trying to identify who exactly that was, but surely the referee now, after looking at the monitor, absolutely has to award a red card for that. That was so silly. So just to wait now, the final confirmation. So South Africa, 2 goals down. Looks like they're going to go down to 9 men as well. As opening games of the tournament go, this is a pretty low one. So the referee reaching for his pocket, ready to go a red card here. And it will go even worse now for the final. So, to confirm, it is Themba Zwane who came off the bench just over 20 minutes ago. So he only lasted that short amount of time on the pitch. Such a silly decision there. And Themba Zwane, a chance to impress the manager, getting his plans for that second game coming up against Czech Republic in a week's time. And South Africa now 2-0 down. And again, 2 men down as well. They're just desperate for that final whistle. The opening match of the tournament. And 6 minutes and all time left there. Mexico just passing the ball about. And Luis Chavez over the top. Now well controlled it by Mexico on the left-hand side of Gonzalez, and Gonzalez just shrugged off the ball. And ended up being a goal kick to South Africa. It was just a bit of good strength there on Gonzalez, and a chance for South Africa to try and push themselves off the pitch, but just to help the situation really. Not much they can do. Trying to threaten Mexico. It's a long ball. It's flicked on, but flicked on from Magopa. Straight back to Rangel. Rangel rolls that into the feet of Vasquez. Juan Vasquez now. Very slowly bring out from the back. Vasquez rolls it left-footed. Israel Reyes, and now Mexico over halfway at Alvarado. A long diagonal from Montes towards the left-hand side. Gallardo to Chavez. They're just front halfway is Vasquez. Chavez in field. Now it is Alexis Vega. Vega again on the inside left. Chavez, 30 yards from the target. Here's Gallardo. Inside. Tiny feet for Mora. Vega. Just pass it back. Mexico, no need to rush on the ball. Such a comfortable position for them to be in. Roberto Mora, 4 minutes of normal time left. Leaving South Africa 2-0. Mexico now with Roberto Mora just by the centre circle. Still midfield Mexico. Chavez, and now is Vega. Turns on the edge of the box. Vega onto his right foot. Now Chavez goes outwards to Gallardo. Now passing in the box, pretty build up play for Mexico. Can get their shots off. And Gonzalez gets the ball stuck on his foot. And back to South Africa. South Africa trying to hold up here. And now just break here to Apollos. And Batta's pass. Too much on it. There's a push there by Mbakazi in the Mexico half, so looks like it would be a free kick to Mexico, but so silly that Themba Zwane in a few minutes ago, such a needless, stupid whack on the base of Roberto Alvarado. But that lovely cross in for Raul Jimenez. Goals put Mexico 2-0 in front. So there's Chavez on halfway. Forward pass to Gallardo. Back on the Mexico half, where Chavez is in possession of the ball again. Chavez taps it onto the feet of Mora. Mexico just comfy on the ball here. Half an arm with Chavez. Vasquez, Chavez again. It's a training session now for Mexico, but the most glorified training session ever here on the biggest stage of all in international football. So Mexico, 2 minutes and all time left in possession on the right side. Roll forwards and trying to keep hold of the ball, Mexico. There was a turn, and like it was Gonzalez who turned on the far side. Actually seems to catch his man, Gonzalez. In the shape of Mbakazi, so free kick. It's gone in the favour of Bafana. Williams to take it, just a minute and a half of normal time remaining here. Mexico 2, South Africa 0 in Mexico City. Just the start competition Mexico would have wanted. The flick on, straight out play though. Copa got that contact, but no runner in behind. The last minute normal timing. Mexico will just take their time here. Short from Raul Rangel. Vasquez. It is Vega on the ball. See that from Chavez. Edson Alvarez through the centre circle. Out now to Armando Gonzalez. Turned inside to Alvarez. Alvarez. Still whipping the box, being blocked. Alvarez heads forwards on the inside right. So they found there for Mbakazi. Savka win it now with Apollos. Now Apollos wants it back to him. Savka heading towards the centre circle. Challenge made from Edson Alvarez. And Alvarez looked like he was caught his ankle there. And Alvarez is so good at quickly pitching back. It was the battle with Mbakazi. Against that license all match. The push up and centre back. Never mind when we've got 9 men. It's Yekin, Mbakazi. Just certainly not afraid to get in battles and put the tackles in and move the ball forwards. And to be honest, he stood out as much as he could have. To say Mbakazi. A short freak of Mexico. They do have 7 minutes added on there in Mexico City. Mexico cruising. 2 goals to good. Their 2-man advantage as well as goal advantage. Edson Alvarez playing at the defensive midfield to Chavez. Alvarez again. Out to Gonzalez. Now it is Alvarado on the ball. Alvarez rolls it through Gonzalez. Now right side the penalty area. Back to Alvarado. Pass goes backwards. That far side flank to Reyes. Now in the centre circle is Montes. Inside left is Vega. In the attacking third, Alexis Vega. Short square pass. There was a little clip there on the back of Chavez. No, there wasn't. The referee's eyes. Here's Mocahuena. Now on his outside. And here come South Africa with a Mudau. Skids beyond this man, goes down. And there was a definite clip on Mudau. Mexico saying it was a dive from Juliso Mudau, but to me that looked like the naked eye. There was contact from Cesar Montes, and the red card is shown. So this has certainly been an eventful one for the referee. In the first game of the tournament, 3 red cards shown, and I have to say, Cesar Montes, he was the last man. It was Mudau steaming forwards for South Africa. And Cesar Montes definitely cut across him. I have to say, I'm not sure. I mean, Mudau was going at a good pace, but it was a clumsy tackle from Cesar Montes. The way he just cut across. Again, VAR, look at this. Edson Alvarez still remonstrating with the Brazilian referee, Wilton Sampaio. So if South Africa could do something from this free kick, well, you just never know. It's 10 against 9 now. And Cesar Montes, absolutely furious. But definitely that decision is final. And he is sent off. Heading down the tunnel now. Just a reminder, in 10 minutes of stoppage time. There's a free kick to South Africa. Can they halve the deficit? It's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Inside right. So interesting to see who'll step up and try and test Raul Rangel. Will it be Teboho Mocahuena possibly? He's just in conversation here.